Only privileged people have the luxury to be lazy, because people who do not have any other option usually work hard. So if you can afford to be lazy, maybe you're privileged. If achieving a goal is so mandatory for you that you cannot imagine your life without it, then usually you will not be lazy about it. You will do everything in your capability to achieve that goal. But if you are in a state where you are able to push that task by being lazy, it means that that thing or that goal is not important enough for you. But if you have clicked on this video, then I'm assuming that you really want to achieve that goal. So you, my friend, need to stop being lazy right now. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how. Firstly, let's talk about laziness. Why do we feel lazy to accomplish our tasks? Now imagine that your exams are starting in 1 week from now. In that case, you will be on fire, right? You will start studying hard. You will start studying seriously so that you're able to complete your syllabus at least before the exams. So when we have a situation in front of us where we need to take action, otherwise we will face some kind of embarrassment, or if the consequence is something that is too disappointing for us, we usually start working towards that thing. But if we talk about your life on a day-to-day basis, we usually do not have something so dramatic coming up. And because of that, we let our immediate gratification take over our long-term gratification. Because we do not have something that will cause us a lot of, pain, or that will cause us a lot of embarrassment, or that feeling of, basically being a loser. If a situation is not so dramatic, we usually do not work towards it. And on a day-to-day basis, we usually do not encounter such a situation. And that is why we are in a relaxed mode. That is why we always keep procrastinating, because we get comfortable with our day-to-day life. We are so comfortable in handling our day-to-day activities that we think that even if we push the current activities, or even if we push working hard, we will not face a big consequence. I was watching a TED talk by Tim Urban where he was talking about procrastination, which has over 56 million views. So I'm assuming you might have watched it, where basically he's talking about how we have two parts to our brain. One part is the monkey part, which focuses on immediate gratification, and then we have the other part which focuses on long-term gratification. The immediate gratification usually takes over our entire brain, and we tend to focus on those things that will give us happiness in the present moment, rather than thinking about the things that will give us happiness in the long term. So for example, working out. Working out does not give us pleasure right now. Like when we have just woken up and we have that friction of going to the gym, like we are contemplating whether we should go or whether we should not go. Our immediate gratification brain really pushes us to believe that it's very painful to go to the gym. Like it tries to convince us that why it's not a good idea to go to the gym. Whereas the brain that is rational, that looks at the long-term satisfaction, usually is not able to overpower the short-term gratification brain. But for people who are able to master their rational side of the brain, or who are able to find a balance between the two kinds of brains that we have, those people are usually not lazy, because they can always see the larger picture. They can always see things that will give them benefit in the long run, rather than falling for the short-term temptations. Now let's talk about few ways in which you can stop being lazy. Number 1, you can start by using the 5-minute rule. Now this has been very helpful for me, and I think it'll be useful for you as well. Try to commit to working on something only for 5 minutes. Like if you're not feeling like going to the gym, just tell yourself that you will go to the gym only for 5 minutes. You'll come back after that. Because most of the times, getting started is the hardest part. So if you start something, if you break that friction of, starting that task, most of us, 80% of us, are able to continue that task further. So on days when I'm not feeling like going to the gym, I tell myself that, okay, I'll go and I'll come back. But when I go to the gym, I like it so much there that I continue for at least an hour. So this is one amazing way in which you can beat your laziness and trick your brain into starting that thing. Number 2, be consistent. Now, once you have started something, if you break the cycle, if you stop doing it for some time in between, then again your immediate gratification brain will try to convince you that why staying in your home, lying on your couch all day. is a better idea, is more comfortable, and scrolling on your phone will give you more happiness, and you'll keep going deeper into that rut. So create a routine of your own. Have your time blocked for the entire day and make sure you stick to it. Because when we have a routine, we are able to get more tasks done in the day, and we're also able to give ourselves sufficient amount of breaks. The third thing that you can do is you can set small achievable goals. What happens is we often tend to set very big goals for ourselves, and because of that we get disappointed, we get lazy. Now let me give you my example. I had written down on my goal sheet that I want to achieve 1000 subscribers by the end of August 2024. But during mid-August, I realized that maybe I will not be able to achieve that big target. And I knew personally that it was a big target because I had really stretched that number. Basically, I was trying to manifest it, but it was a bit far-fetched. But I had still put it down there. But mid-August, I realized that maybe I'll not be able to reach that number. So what I did is I revised that number. I changed it to 700 because I thought that, okay, this is something that I think I will be able to achieve. So sometimes it's important to keep a check on yourself, keep a check on your progress, and accordingly set your goals. Sometimes it's important to feel that sense of accomplishment so that you don't give up and start being lazy, so that you don't start feeling that I'm not able to achieve anything. Because once you start feeling that you're not able to, reach your goals, you will get demotivated, and as a result, you will get lazy. So if you have a big goal, try breaking it down into small, achievable, and manageable steps so that you don't get overwhelmed by your own goals. The next thing that you should do is you should limit your distractions. Now, we all know that our phone is the biggest distraction that we have right now. So whenever you think that you really want to work or you really want to get things done, keep your phone away in some other room. Trust me, we are not as highly demanded as we think we are. So even if you keep your phone away from you for some time, nothing is going to happen. What happens is, if you're working on your laptop and if you have kept your phone on your side, you will tend to check it multiple times in between. And what happens is, once we check our phone, we tend to start scrolling on it. And before we can even realize, we waste so much of our time on it. So it's best to keep your phone away while you are working. If you really want to beat your laziness, you have to take some hard steps so that you're able to work towards your goal. The next thing that you should do is you should prioritize physical and mental wellness. So, everything in our body and mind is connected. You might have noticed that when you're eating unhealthy, you tend to eat more of it. You tend to go in a cycle of eating unhealthy. And once you are eating unhealthy, you tend to not care about your physical health as well. And that in turn leads you to not working out, not walking, not going to the gym, not taking care of your body. So it starts from eating one piece of junk food and it escalates like that. So to stop that, you have to take some drastic measures. What I do is I don't keep any junk food in my house. I don't have any packet of chips or biscuits, anything packaged, I do not keep in my house because I know that if it's there, I'm going to indulge in it. I am a big time foodie, and this is the best way in which I can refrain from eating it. So if you're also like me who cannot resist eating such things, then it's best to not have it in your homes, because once you start eating it, you will go into that zone and you will eat more of it, and then your mind will become foggy, and then you will stop working out, you will stop taking care of your mental health, you will not meditate, you will not do anything productive towards yourself, and that will make you lazier and lazier. So if you really want to stop being lazy, you have to take care of your physical and mental health, because if you take care of these things, they will reward you by giving you more focus, by giving you more clarity of thought, by giving you more energy, and give you that feeling of happiness throughout the day. So that's all that I wanted to talk about in today's video. I will end with a quote from James Clear, who said that you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So gradually, when you follow these things on a regular basis, you will build a system for yourself, and that system will help you beat laziness in the long run. So focus on building these systems, and these systems will then take care of the rest, and especially your laziness. So on that note, I will end this video here. I hope you liked it, and I hope you took away something from it. If you did, please make sure to hit a like on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so yet. And I will see you again very, very soon in my next one. Till then, bye-bye, take care.